this is Sunday before we go to Mont Blanc, so I thought we'd just talk a lot of rubbish and bore everybody. It's pouring down the rain outside, which means, what does it mean? It means there's a lot of snow falling on Mont Blanc. Apparently winds are going to get up strong tomorrow, which is a bad thing. New snow is a bad thing, but with a bit of luck things will be alright. So the prediction is, at the moment, the weather forecast says 80 mile/an-hour winds, no, 80 km/h winds Monday night, dropping to, well, there's a forecast, isn't there? Oh, you won't be able to see it, it's too small. But this is what we don't like. This is in red, that's high wind, 80 km/h. Underpants over here, I've got my mountain trousers, they'll be good for both days. And for day 2, there's thermal long johns there, because it's going to be -23. And then we've got hand protection. We've been told take every glove that you own, so that's what I've done. I've got balaclava, I've got 2 woolly hats, finally eye protection in the form of category 4 sunglasses, which have worked very well, and why me and Matt have both got panda eyes. But snow goggles are the scene that go with your balaclava if the wind is whipping up the snow and blowing it in your face. And you try and save every ounce you can, because walking up with a heavy pack is rubbish. It's a walking pole, which is a new addition to me kit. I've never used one of them until this time, but they are good in the snow. And of course ice axe to walk on ice. And then down here, footwear, you have to wear crampons, otherwise you fall over. These ones have worked really well. I've been really impressed with them. They're easy to put on, even in the cold and the dark. I managed to pull that off alright. And then my boots, they've worked equally well. I think it was only for a short section. And then finally, water, which is your best friend and your worst enemy, because it's heavy. Every litre of water weighs a kilo. Mountain, red line, that's what we have to do. We are the day before. It's absolutely throwing it down with rain, if you can see that. If you can't see it, you can hear it. But not today. It's raining and snowing on the summit. So that's us signing off till tomorrow. No. So we've returned from trying to summit Mont Blanc. So this is what happened. Matt, we started our terrifying journey in the first few feet of the day, really, when we had to step inside Irving's car.
Yeah, well, Irving is known for his dangerous driving. I think a good story was that he drove into one of the boulders that's around the square where we were staying. After driving into it, he got out of his car, walked round and proceeded to kick the boulder.
Like it was the boulder's fault.
Like it was the boulder's fault. I just stayed in the back of the car.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way.
My eyes closed.
Yeah, it's a good job that car had good brakes.
As we swerved in and out of traffic.
Scary. But it prepared us well for the mountain. And then we had to get on that rickety old train. It was quite
It was nice.
Yeah. Not a civilised way to
it was actually.
Start the journey.
Yeah, but I think it would be a funicular track.
Oh,
It was
it would definitely be one of them.
yeah,
Had a cog.
rolled up
up.
up the centre of the track.
Yeah. We had the nice sound of the cows with their big bells on them.
Yeah.
got to the Eagle's Nest. I don't know the French name of it, do you?
Nidida?
Yeah,
Nidida.
Eagle's Nest. Lovely. So then we set off from there, and it almost immediately started to rain, as I remember. And then we had that long, slow slog.
Through shales and scree.
Familiar territory for us, though.
Very
Just
much
like
like
Wales,
Wales.
right?
Very much like Wales. Rocky, slippy, wet, drizzle, chilly.
Yeah.
Like being at home.
It was.
We was happy go lucky.
Yeah, we
people.
could have done that all day.
Yeah. We was in far more familiar territory than the guide.
Yes,
Who
definitely.
didn't like it.
He didn't like that weather. And then then it kind of started to change to snow just before we got to the Sept hut, which is where we were heading.
Exposure, it's not very glamorous. It's pouring down with snow. It's cold and grumpy.
So what happened there? We
Well, it must have
got
been
into the
100
snow
metres.
line, didn't we?
Yeah.
It wasn't very far though, was it?
It wasn't very far, but it built up very quickly, didn't it? I
Mm.
think because of the height, the temperature change due to altitude, and therefore it just turned into snow.
This makes Scotland look easy. About 40 kph winds, a little bit higher. Just nearly at the hut, the first hut. Communication is proving difficult, and there's a lot of snow coming at us from all directions, and we can't see much. Hey, we're nearly at the hut.
Yeah. And but the walk into the Sept hut to start with was all right, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So
nice.
we stopped there. We took off our kit, which was immediately soaked because of all the rain and the snow. We stopped there for how long did we stay there? Half an hour, I suppose, just to kind of dry out and cool off.
Yep.
We recommended a coffee. Irvin immediately recommended a beer,
Yeah, so we had a beer
so we had a beer.
and some nuts. Beer
Done.
and some nuts. Again, it's like Wales, really.
Just like Wales.
What they call Sept hut, 3,200. Irvin's in like flint. Wind's coming off there. It's a white out. It's all cool. I don't know. It's not that cold though. Probably take off your crampons before you go in. Got mine on. Bet I look good.
And then we headed out to go to the Goiter hut, which is 600 metres higher up. That's right.
That's right. But whilst we was moving around Sept
Rus.
hut, the word got around that we were going up
Oh yeah.
to the Goiter hut.
We were the only people
which we-
stupid enough to actually go out on the hill, because everyone else who was here when we arrived said, "You're not going up there, right?" Even the Russians said that, and they were going.
Didn't
down.
think anything of it, but apparently
It was met with quite a lot of backslapping and
yeah. The
you boys
Russians,
are hard.
the Russian boys were like,
They
"Go
were
down."
impressed.
It
Yeah.
was like, "No, we're going up. Up. Here is a present." They were trying
Yeah.
to give us presents out their lockers.
They were. Yeah.
They were very impressed for the fact that we was going to attempt to go up, and they were going down because they had enough.
If Russian climber come back,
Then we know.
very hard condition.
Yeah, we tried to keep the Slovakian
Yeah.
team going.
The Alaskans wowed us through the door, didn't they?
Yeah.
They were impressed by everything, but
Yeah.
they were particularly impressed by the fact that we were going up. We're the only ones who,
Yeah,
who decided to go up.
Yeah, we found that.
So, in case you're not quite sure what the hell's going on here, we attempted to get up to the next hut, which is 4,000 something meters. This is 3,000 something meters. 3,200 in the other hut's at 3,800, I think. So it's only 600 meters to go. We've been out for about 4 hours, and we've had to turn around and come back. 4 hours and we didn't make it.
4 hours.
Yeah, because it's now nearly 7 o'clock. So we left at 1:30. So there you go. That's how bad the weather was.
We were useless and too slow.
The weather played a part.
That was about 1:30 when we left. We put our gate crampons straight on, didn't we?
Yeah.
To attempt the snow.
Roped up
Straight away. Wind was much stronger. That would have been at that 80 km/h level at that point, I guess, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It was buffeting the left and right.
Like a bit like an ice rink, and as your crampons go down they bite into the ice and hold you up, and it's quite easy walking on top of that because you feel secure, your feet are not going to slip, you're walking over. What we were doing was walking in each other's footsteps. There was no trail to follow, the snow was up to your knee, and every time you put your foot in you had to try and put your foot in the bloke in front, because that's how deep the snow was, and it was blooming hard going, if the truth. 4.5 hours later, we'd gone up. We had 100 metres to go.
If you stepped out of the track, it would be thigh deep.
Yeah.
You
Definitely.
go thigh deep, and then you have to try and scramble yourself out.
Yeah.
So there we are. That's it. We're going to have something to eat now. So when we came up here last time, there wasn't any snow, as you can see. It's not far down now. This is the station where we dropped off. There's the train from the road. We're going to walk. Perfect. It's a very long, hard walk. That is Mont Blanc.